Hello everybody and welcome back to some Naruto Ultimate Ninja. And today we got Naruto Spring Fest. So it's like the Minato version of Naruto. Like Minato had a Spring Fest version and now he's got a Spring Fest version. But real quick guys, I don't want to get too much into this and get political, but prayer to our leaders. Over here, I don't know if you guys heard, but our capital was taken over by Trump supporters who believe the election was stolen, and I heard that some people died. So prayer out to them and their families. I think death of any, whether it's on Trump's side or whether it's on Biden's side, we're all Americans, and I think everything, anyone that dies is a tragedy. So, whether they were right or whether they were wrong, for going up there and taking over, I think that any death is sad. So, just pray out to us and hopefully this will get over with. It's like, I always think of it like a nightmare. Like, no matter how bad the nightmare is, it never ends. Like, never. You won't wake up, your body just stays asleep. And then when you're having a good ass dream, your body will be like, oh, well, it's time to raise up. Like, so, yeah, it's whatever. But, yeah, just pray out to them. Just hopefully this gets over with. I'm just sick of this. This is a joke. So, all right, but now that that's over, guys. Yeah, I was supposed to put a video tomorrow, yesterday, but something happened with YouTube and copyright stuff, so I had to take it down. And it should be going up today with this video, so they'll be together. You get two today. You should at least. All right. Let's go ahead and read. Words are hard. Let's go ahead and read Naruto Spring. I think he's here. I just got on. So. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Spring Limited Naruto. Okay. Let's see. He's an attacker. Alright, sweet. It's got a little thing. Looks like the animation's fine. Doesn't look like Roger Sasuke when he's like smoothed out or something. Happy New Year! Alright. There is Exquisite Tree. Okay, so fire, curse seal, no battle. Right now, I don't think the curse seal on characters still matter. Especially when I'm talking about base characters, because you don't want to talk about them starting off with ult, not starting off with ult. But there are trees in the game that you can quench them to give them rage to start off with. Same thing for tools to make them all first round. So I've seen it on fire curse seal people. I've seen it on mountain curse seal people. And I've even seen Shinsui all first round. Somebody got him to do that. So that's impressive. I'm sure if you quench or you do enough of it, you can get them to all first round, which is good. But this still matters in terms of what a character would do. Like, you had to have this curse seal on your team to get him to do this. And yeah, I think a lot of you are right. I think in order in Madara 6 paths like gate, you do have to have 3 of 1 in order to get one of those things. It's weird because I had 3 defense and I was trying to see if he would crit, because he gets a lot of crit rate, and I even put crit on him, but he just does not crit. I'm wondering maybe if he's glitched. I don't know. He's like severely not critting. Like, and I've done like 7 battles and I think I've seen him crit twice with a 45. No, it was over. It was like 60 to 70%. I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on. Maybe if someone else is making it work, but it's not working. It's not working for me. Let me extend this because it looks like it's not extended. Yeah, okay. I can't get it extended. Alright, hopefully it's all in the screen. Maybe I should have just... it's cutting off a little bit of the screen. To the right, but it's whatever. Alright, so let's read this, see what he does. Lion Dance. Okay. Deals to a single enemy unit with 160% plus 15 points of damage, which with additional damage of 10% max HP. Okay, so like good 10% of your health, kind of like I don't want to say kind of like true damage, but a little bit like true damage. While healing own HP by 10% max HP. Okay. And reducing the target's crit strength and block strength by 20% for 2 turns. I mean, block strength... Let me just finish reading first. Each time when the ultimate is cast, it permanently increases attack by 10% and minor skill chance by 18%, which can be stacked up to 3 times. Now, block strength block strength is on almost every character. They have a base thing to block also, which is not high, but I think it depends on your shamanism, you know. So everyone has it, but I don't think a lot of people use it. So this isn't so helpful. Maybe against Kabuto, I don't see him a lot, but Kabuto would be the best person I would probably turn to for block, because he is one of the people that use block very well. If a lot of people rock block chance items on characters, then it'll help. But I mean, it's not that great. Reducing their crit strength is good, but the only people that use those well would be like our, you know, it would be our, you know, good Sakura, the new Sakura of the world, the Fest one. It would be our Nagatos of the world, and even though those 2 characters can really destroy you, I don't think getting them to weaken their crit strength by 20% is going to do anything, especially since it's only damages 1 person. It doesn't say in the back row, and usually your Sakuras and Nagatos of the world are in the back row smashing you in the back. Even like people like Tsunade might use crit strength like pretty effectively. So, you know, I don't think this is going to do that much, but the effect of increasing your attack by 10% and skill chance by 18% is good, but you'd have to live 3 rounds, and that is rough. That is rough o'clock. But let's see. Toad Oil Flame Bullet deals to a line of enemy units 320%, which is a lot. It's almost Nagato like that. Yeah, it's around Nagato like damage. Plus 25 points of damage. This attack reduces the target's attack and defense by 15%, which is good, for 2 turns, while increasing your own damage risk by 20% and damage rate by 20% for 2 turns. That is a lot you get for that, so that actually might be worth it. It's actually pretty good. And increasing every friendly unit's control immune rate by 20%. Control immune rate is good right now. A lot of people have CC and have pretty hard effective CCs, so that's not bad. It also disperses the debuff of status of friendly rear row units. Now this is what I've noticed. Debuffing statuses on characters are good because Conan does that to the front row. I actually have noticed that if your person is weakened in the front row by Anbu Itachi's effect, Conan's skill will take it off of the front row, which is why my team has been winning against Anbu Itachi, because if they don't kill them in the first row, which is hard to do to tanks, hard to kill tanks in the first row, even with the weakness status, she will debuff them because she's automatically guaranteed to get that first round, and she'll debuff her Itachi Susanoo and Earth Resurrection Minato. And since I have them all being weakened for, you know, their attack and stuff and getting damage reduction on my team, they effectively have been beating those teams. So that's actually pretty impressive to get debuff off of people. At least if you survive the first round and have like a damage reduction team. I don't know if he himself would, but right now it seems like the main 3 for damage reduction would be, you know, like Earth Resurrection, Jiraiya, and Madara, Heyday Madara are the ones that I've been seeing for the 3 that work well for me, at least. So, and I'm sure Hidan could do it, but then I don't know who else all the other people would be, because Hidan only does it to himself and Mountain Curse Seal, so you would have a lot of like tanks, because a lot of tanks use Mountain Curse Seal. But I don't know. Alright, it also disperses the debuff of this friendly rear row units. After 3 turns, the Ogi skill will attack a single unit and damage will increase by 125%. Holy crap. After 3 turns, it increases your own crit strength by 50%. Okay. Damage rate by 25% for 1 turn, while reducing target's attack and defense by 25%. Okay, so after 3 turns though, again, lasting after 3 turns is rough, so I'm guessing that would be round 4. I see some of them last till round 3, but not a lot to get this to be useful. After 3 turns, it increases your own crit strength by 50%, which is a lot. But again, making it damage rate by 25% for 1 turn, which is great. It attacks a single person, so it's also doing single burst damage, which I don't know if you're going to be... I don't know whether that's a good or bad, because most people have defense people in the front row, and I mean, you could do a lot of damage to a defense person, but even with 125%, you're trying to break through everything they have, which is hard. That's hard to do. While reducing the target's attack and defense by 25%. 25% is a better number of reducing it, but I don't know if it's still enough to kill people in the front row. Back row, you smash the dick out of somebody. But it just says skill will attack a single unit. And I'm guessing it's the unit you're looking at. It won't be someone in the back row, because it doesn't say enemy in the back row or whatever. So I'm not really sure. Okay. Konoha Ninja. Increased crit rate by 8%. Every attack of Spring Limited Naruto Uzumaki has a 45% chance to ignore the target's block. That's better, actually, for ignoring block. That's pretty good. When being attacked, if own HP is lower than 50%, restores HP by 15%, max HP, and chakra by 200 points. That's good for getting your things. And clears off own debuff. It can only be triggered up to 2 times in each battle. The first turn guarantees to cast an ultimate skill. Okay. That's not entirely amazing. Crit rate is nice. This 45% chance to ignore is nice, but I mean, going below is nice to get the thing back, but I don't know if that's enough to make him better. But his 8 gates might make him better. Right now, it doesn't sound like he's that great. I feel like if you get him, he'll just be more of a novelty. Kind of like Minato Spring. Although Minato Spring does have heavy bleeds too, so I'm guessing, there's some use to him. I don't really see the use to him. I mean, he's a row attacker, this guy, and I mean... I don't see him being super duper useful. I have to see numbers, but I don't see him being super duper useful. I just see more of a novelty item. That's all I can see. Hold on, let me just see what else we got new. Here we go. Christmas Limited Sasuke. That's right. Now, before we read Christmas Limited Sasuke's 8 gates, I just want to see over here where Naruto Uzumaki would be. The Spring Fest version. Okay, he's with these guys. So chances are Hanzo's getting everything. Let's see if Sasuke's good, but right now Hanzo seems like he's the best person out of that thing, because I don't even think Sasuke's good base self. Like, his 8 gates would have to annihilate people, and I don't have high hopes on it being super destroying. So let's see. I've been fooled by him before, so because Rajan Sasuke I thought was gonna be a beast, and I got him, and then it was the most disappointing thing I think I've ever done in my life. Probably not, but you know. Just adding dramaticness to it. Okay, let's do it. So let's see. This passive, original, reduces every enemy unit's defense rate by 10.3% at the first turn. It is guaranteed to cast ultimate skill when deployed at the same time as Sasuke Uchiha Curse Seal, increase Sasuke Uchiha Curse Seal and your own damage rate by 20% for 2 turns and control rate by 20% 2 turns. If there are 4 different Curse Seals on your side, then it reduces every enemy unit's control immune rate by 20%. Okay. Base one, the upgraded one reduces every enemy used by 15.3%, which is better. Upon deployment at the first turn, it is guaranteed to cast an ultimate skill. When deployed all at the same time, Sasuke Uchiha Curse Seal, it increases Sasuke Uchiha Curse Seal and your own damage rate by 25% and control rate by 25%. That's a little better. If there are 4 different type of Curse Seals on our side, reduces every enemy unit's control immune rate by 20%. Lasts for 2 turns. Normal attack has a 50% chance to render the target to gain weak shock effect. It reduces own rage recovery by 50% and own attack by 20%. Now, it's cool that he gets a chance to put someone in weak shock effect, but weak shock effect isn't a great effect, like in terms of like on the status debuff wheel or top 10s weak status debuffs you would want on somebody. It's pretty low down there because reducing a rage recovery speed, there's some characters that could just do that without it being like a status debuff of weak shock, and there's people that can take away about 20% attack, but it's only for 1 turn regardless. So I don't think that's going to make a big difference. I guess that's cool. But again, I don't think Sasuke Uchiha Curse Seal even needs help. And reducing their defense is nice. That's always nice to get that extra damage on them. I guess that's cool. Alright. Lightning Release Kurin deals to a single enemy unit with 170.6%, 810 points of damage, increasing your own chakra recovery speed by 20%, own damage rate by 10%. There is also a 30% chance to paralyze target unit if the target is in shock status. Their skill damage is increased by 40%. The paralysis chance increases to 50%. Deals to single enemy unit with 190. Not a lot of damage you get. 20%. 190.6% points of damage, increasing your own chakra recovery speed by 30%. It's decent. Own damage rate by 15%. That's decent. There is a 30% chance to paralyze the target for 2 turns. There is a 30% chance to weaken the target. Oh, all stats reduced by 10. Oh, okay. He has a new weakness like Hanzo does. Okay. All stat reduced by 10% for 2 turns if the target is in shock status. Skill damage increases by 40% and the paralysis chance increases by 50%. Okay, so putting them in, I mean, you have a 30% chance to do it's pretty low, but putting them in weakened the target is like, I don't know what the effect that is. It just says chance to weaken the target. I mean, it's good, but it's only 10%. Yeah, I don't see it being super crazy. And again, like, people already have things to put them in paralysis and it's only 30% regardless. It seems like he's a lot of RNG to random things that might happen. Where you're like, hopefully if this happens, it'll be good. I don't really know how I feel about that. It doesn't feel great, but alright. Cool. Alright. Deals to line of enemy units with 270.6% plus 1080 points of damage while applying the shock effect upon the target line, reducing your own rage recovery speed at 80%, which is a big thing to take him down by. On attack by 25%, which is good also, for 2 turns. After casting of Ogi, it increases the control rate of every friendly unit by 20%. Might be good for people such as Anbu Itachi. Lasts for 2 turns. Meanwhile, it increases your own damage by 20%. Lasts for 2 turns. Reflection rate by 20%. Is a 40% chance to render the attacker default into weak shock effect. Reduces the rage recovery speed by 50%. Own attack by 20% for 2 turns. Okay, so here's the thing that might make him good or bad. And not broken, because his whole kit just seems really RNG heavy. And I don't think RNG is that great in terms of what he gets for it. So let's see. Deals to a line of enemy units 315.9%, which is a lot. While applying the shock effect upon the target line, reducing it by 80%. Still same thing, own attack by 25% for 2 turns. Already not looking good. There is a 30% chance to render the target in the line to fall into confusion status. That's better, because confusion is rare to come by. I think it's only on Orochimaru Akatsuki if it does the same thing, and it causes them to attack their own teammates, so that's good. After the casting of Ogi skill, it increases control rate of all friendly units by 30%, which is good again. Meanwhile, it increases your own damages by 30%, lasts for 2 turns, reflection rate by 30%, lasts for 2 turns. When attacking the line, there is a 40% chance to render the target. So all he got was confusion by 30%, which is another RNG thing, because you're hoping that 30% will come off. I don't think he's great. I don't know if he's even decent. It seems a lot of RNG that might not happen, and you're hoping on it to happen in order to win, which seems like a bummer. That's what I can get from it. I'm not gonna level him up. I don't think he's that helpful. Sound like he would be like a frontliner because of the damage resistance he gets and like his chance to CC like crazy, but at 30%, oof. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think he's great. If someone wants to try and use him to make him work, that's possible, but that seems not what's happening, fam. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not he's probably not that great. That's just me though. What does it do? Lifesteal rate by 20%. If there are more than 3 attack ninjas on the friendly side, lifesteal rate increases to okay, increases to something. We reduce all damage taken by 8%. I mean, you're still doo-doo though. Like, I tried to use you. I did, and you failed me. So, you failed me, Anakin. I mean, I'd like to get a speed item, but I really don't want to waste on this. How would I get it? Let's see. If I wanted to like get like, let's say, like damage bonus, I would need a 0, a 1, a 7, an 8, a 0, 1, a 7 I got, 8 I got, and 9 I got. I would need the 1. Is that for all of them? 0, 1, yeah. I mean, I could. I do have a box saved up. Which one would I get though, is the thing. Right now, I'm focused on getting Hinata up, because like, I always wanted to use Hinata back then. I don't know if you guys remember, but I took her out of my Insta server because I didn't have speed, and I put Raj and Sasuke in. That's when I realized that Raj and Sasuke was due. So, there was that. But I always wanted to use her, but her stuff never came out for me to get it. And when I did, I didn't have money at the time because, you know, rough times in time of coronavirus. But now, like, I got everything on her, I kind of want to keep leveling her up. And she seems like she is very strong. Or maybe I should just... My Sasuke doesn't have anything either, really. He's got skill trigger chance. But I would want to get something for him like kill. Because, like, his ultimate damage would be what does most of the damage. Kill would probably be best on him. Maybe just get damage reduction for her. That's what I'm thinking. She likes to roll in the front row because of her effect of, like, of being able to freeze people. Is probably one of the best effects in the game. So I gotta get a 1. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I gotta get 1. That's not. Nope, that's not where you are. I don't like change. What is this? Oh god. I'm gonna have to find out where all the new stuff is. Okay. This is the one that I want. Open. Let me make sure I get the right number because I'll kill myself. Yeah, I need 1. Scratch. Hello? Thank you. Okay. Damage reduction. There you go. You'll see me put it on, and then I'll end the video. But yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be great, guys. I don't see it. I don't see it myself, but that seems like he's pretty on the doo-doo side. That's what I think. But I mean, if you guys want to use him and tell me, let me know. He might be good, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think he is. But yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had a fun time watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.